We know that our common Mediterranean is on the edge. We know the dire situation. The Spanish minister has described it very well, very in detail. I am not going to repeat his explanation because I share completely his approach. Just to remind that there is another focus for us Europeans, which is Ukraine, where the Russia illegal war of aggression has existential implications for us, but it has not altered our strong commitment to our partners in the south. Not before the 7th of October, not after. Our southern neighborhood has always been one of the main points of focus for the European Union. But we know the situation on the eastern shores of the Mediterranean. We know very well how Israeli extremist ministers have engineered repeated violation of the status quo of the holy site. For example, we know how the war has been expanding to Lebanon, how in the West Bank lethal violence that has expanded the war. We know the cycle of retaliatory attacks engulfing the entire region, in particular in Lebanon. In this context, the European Union called for an immediate ceasefire across the blue line and for the application of the Security Council resolutions. Called for the role for the Lebanese armed forces and for UNIFIL, condemning the unacceptable attacks that the Israeli Defense Forces are doing against UNIFIL structures and personnel. But the most important concern today is the dire situation of the people in North Gaza. The most acute humanitarian crisis since the World War II. And the way this war is being taken against civilians has grave concerns and puts too many unanswered questions. All United Nations organizations, from the International Red Cross to OCHA, to World Food Programme, to World Health Organizations, are warning about the situation there. We have to do something more than just expressing concern. We should go out of this meeting with a stronger commitment to put pressure in order to stop this dramatic situation. I want also to remind you that during our last General Assembly, we launched the Global Alliance for the implementation of the two-state solution. This Global Alliance should serve as an umbrella under which all global partners can bring their contribution in order to implement the two-state solution. The key word is implementing. Stop saying that we support. Start doing. Start acting in order to make this solution implemented. And that's why I'm happy to know that on the next day is going to be the first meeting of the technical groups in order to continue this process in Riyadh, followed by a second one in Brussels, I hope, by the end of November, before the end of my term. And after, others will be hosted in Cairo, Amman, Ankara, and Oslo, focusing on concrete actions and points identified by the participants. We have to remind also the situation in Iran. The Israelis' retaliatory attacks against Iran, as confirmed by IDF, occurred amid severe and growing regional tensions. It is crucial to use all our channels of communication to lower these tensions and contribute to de-escalation. Before hearing your views, I want to emphasize that the Union for the Mediterranean was born out of the Barcelona process in '95, just immediately after the killing of Rabin. When the peace process was jeopardized by this assassination, here in Barcelona, the Barcelona process was launched in order to make everybody contribute to peace, stability and security in the Mediterranean. This has to be strengthened by all means available.
And today we have the opportunity to discuss what this Union for the Mediterranean can do to help to create stability. It's 15 years of the UFM. During these 15 years, this organization has had a growing role in regional integration, in dialogue, in cooperation, but we do more. We have to do more. The UFM was created from a shared political will to revitalize efforts to transform the Mediterranean area into an area of peace, democratic cooperation and prosperity. That's where the words of the Paris Summit Declaration in July 2008. How far we are of these objectives. We need to bring back to this spirit today. Today is the moment to launch a new wave of reforms on this organization in order to make it stronger and able to contribute better to policy shaping, bringing concrete solutions. We, European Union, will remain committed to helping reform and strengthening the organization. But it has to be done. The Secretary General and the two co-chairs have to actively push for reforming this organization. Otherwise, it will be slowly becoming not able to fulfill the mandate given in Paris in 2008, following the crisis of 1995. This is my hope, and this is the commitment of the European Union. Thank you.